What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Dark Outpost, and there has been this strange push that is led by woke lunatics in the entertainment industry, and really all of culture in general right now. We've been through the body positivity movement, where you should feel proud of whoever you are, whatever the shape of your body, however unhealthy and out of shape you may be, you can be proud of yourself, and everybody else needs to be happy about it too. But now it's gone a step beyond that. And for people that do look good, for people that want to show off their bodies, for people that are attractive, that work really hard to keep themselves looking good, and maybe even to the point of wanting to be sexualized. Maybe they want to be sexualized in a movie or something like that. Now there's a push for them to feel bad about it. They need to be shamed. That's not okay. It's not okay to be proud to be good looking anymore, because you might make one of these losers feel bad about themselves. That's where we're at. But someone in Hollywood is saying, you know what? Fuck that. I look good, and I am proud of all these things that I've done in my career because I look good. Here's a headline from Bounding Into Comics. Alice Eve stands by underwear shot in Star Trek Into Darkness. Quote, I'm proud of that scene. And as Star Trek fans look back on Star Trek Into Darkness, that may be one of the only standout parts for them in that movie, because a lot of people had big problems with what they decided to do. But let's get into this. Despite the accusations of misogyny and sexism it sparked among feminist critics, actress Alice Eve has revealed that not only is she proud of having shot her underwear scene for Star Trek Into Darkness, but that she has been outright confused by the resulting backlash. And there's a shot of her in that movie. Where is it at? Look at that. There's the scene right there. There's her in her underwear scene. That's the underwear scene that everybody had such a big problem with. How dare you? How dare you showcase a good-looking woman looking good? That's not allowed anymore. It makes the rest of us feel bad, so we can't have that. As seen in the 2013 sci-fi sequel, the scene in question catches Chris Pine's Captain Kirk turning around to sneak a brief glance at Eve's character, Dr. Carol Marcus, in her underwear as she is changing into a spacewalk-capable suit in service of disarming the film's plot-centric cryo-torpedoes. Though brief, the scene sparked such widespread outrage amongst feminist activists that the film's writer Damon Lindelof was eventually driven to apologize for it, or for putting it in the film. And indeed, we have these articles from 2013. Look at this. Star Trek Into Darkness writer Damon Lindelof, who I do not like Damon Lindelof at all, apologizes for, quote, gratuitous Alice Eve underwear scene. Though Lindelof notes that Carol's counterpart, Captain Kirk, is also shown nearly naked in this film and its predecessor, critics say the difference in the scenes is this one's lack of context. Over and over again, we see this in Marvel, right? And this article is going to tackle that in a little bit. We've seen every freaking Avenger take their shirts off. We've seen every male Avenger sexualized, and it's not a problem. In fact, it's encouraged because they know that that sells. But when it came to Black Widow, now, what's she saying? What is Scarlett Johansson saying? She's saying that it's not right. I feel bad that I was sexualized in that manner. That is not okay. And then in Black Widow, we have her looking basically as dull as humanly possible, even though every male Avenger, you know, they make sure to showcase in what good shape they are, how good they look with their clothes off, because they want to show everybody, this is who these people are. This is why they're able to do these extraordinary things. But when it comes to the women, no, that's not okay. We can't sexualize women anymore. We're male feminists. That is not allowed. Give me a fucking break, man. So Alice Eve, I love what she says here. This is fantastic. Asked about the scene during a recent interview with Inverse given in promotion of her upcoming film, Warning, Eve told reporter Eric Francisco, it was something I voluntarily worked with a trainer to be fit for, was very much prepared for, and very much enjoyed filming, executing, and promoting. The feeling I shouldn't have done it, or that it was exploitation, was confusing to me, she told Francisco, adding that she was actively involved in decisions regarding every one of her scenes. There are many things in the world that are confusing. I put it down to one of those anomalies. Ultimately, the actress concluded, I'm proud of that scene and all the work I did. You know what? I would be too, because she looks damn good. I bet you did put in work to look like that. And that's the thing. When you put in work to look good, when you go to the gym, when you're strict with your diet, when you eat healthy and you feel like you're looking good, you want to show everybody. You want everybody to know that you think you look good. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in society today, that's frowned upon. There are literally articles coming out that are trying to say if you're in good shape, that's some sort of form of white supremacy because you're in shape and you're proud of it. That's some form of oppression to be in shape while so many other people are not. That's their problem. If you have a problem with me being in shape, if you have a problem with Alice Eve being in shape, that's a fucking you problem, to be honest with you. Maybe you should do what it takes to feel better about yourself, to get yourself looking like that. That's a great place to start. Interestingly, Eve's pride in having appeared in this, quote, sexualized scene, especially in the current social atmosphere, stands in stark contrast to the retroactive shame felt by Scarlett Johansson towards her time as Black Widow. Noting to Collider, she was in a different place, quote, as a woman than when she originally debuted as the character in Iron Man 2. Johansson asserted that such a change, quote, related to that move away from the kind of hypersexualization of this character. I mean, you look back at Iron Man 2, while it was really fun, had a lot of great moments, the character's so sexualized, you know? People also liked your character a lot more back then than they did by the end in Black Widow when you were doing everything you could to desexualize yourself. I think some of this from these women in Hollywood who take every opportunity they can in their mid-20s to show how attractive they are. Once they creep up to around 40, they realize that maybe there might be some other people who look better than me. So I need to virtue signal and talk about how sexualization is not okay so that I hang on to these roles, so I can continue getting some of these roles. I think that's what a lot of this bitterness and resentfulness is about, to be quite honest with you. Later in a separate interview, Johansson decried the founding Marvel Cinematic Universe Avenger as a, quote, sexist stereotype. What do you make of Eve's take on her underwear scene in Star Trek Into Darkness? I love what she said. Let's read it again. She's proud, right? It's something I voluntarily worked with a trainer to be fit for, was very much prepared for, and very much enjoyed. I'm proud of that scene and all the work I did. That is refreshing as hell. I love it from Alice Eve. I love that sentiment, and it's awesome. That's how a lot of people are in reality. People that are fit, they're proud of it. They're proud that they look good, and that's a normal thing. And you shouldn't have to try to, shame anyone who's in shape, shame anyone for being fit, because there's some people that just aren't, because they don't have the fortitude, they don't have the willpower, whatever it may be, right? And that's not to say that everybody can just go from out of shape or wherever you're at to, boom, overnight you're just looking exactly the way you want. That never happens. But, you got to put in the time, you got to put in the work. And when you see people that do look good, that gives you a goal to strive for. That gives you motivation. That's what people should be focusing on. They shouldn't be upset that someone else is looking good and that they're not. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.